Testing, 1, 2, 3, testing. 30 seconds till puck drop, testing. Welcome to today's broadcast. We're just underway here. Morrisville visiting SUNY Canton here in women's hockey on a Friday afternoon to kick off hockey reunion weekend here at Terry Martin Arena. Morrisville with the puck through the neutral zone here. Sitting deep. This is the first of 4 hockey games here in the News House at Terry Martin Arena this weekend. We've also got a couple men's basketball games as well. One tonight, one tomorrow. Morrisville with it behind their own net. Nice play there by Chief for the News. Off there for Bailey Cote. He risks a shot that's blocked there by number 24 from Morrisville. Johnson. Turned over there momentarily by the Roos in their D zone, and Morrisville picks it up. Nice dish there. 4. Keeping Beauvais, but can't connect with their teammate. Here come the Roos the other way. Jackson looking for Schemenauer. Picked off there, but Jackson gets it back in the offensive zone. Teams kind of feeling each other out here early on. This is the SUNYAC opener for both the Roos and Mustangs. SUNY Canton comes in 4-0-0 on the season. Here comes Jackson the other way. Wrist shot saved there. Morrisville goalie number 46. And that'll be an icing. Just over 2 minutes gone here in the opening period. All right, we're back to action here. Just over 2 minutes gone. First period, SUNY Canton versus Morrisville. Here comes SUNY Canton the other way. Abby Tate, her shot saved there by number 40, Can-Am for Morrisville. Roos with their early shots advantage here. Here come the Roos through the neutral zone. Morrisville with it, number 12, Laura Egger. And the puck goes out of play. Morrisville with some good offensive zone possession time here. And here come the Roos the other way. Puck goes wide there, picked up by O'Keefe. O'Keefe looking for another Canton player behind the net. Puck gets out to the left point and deflects out of the zone and dumped back in by Hansen. Mustangs cycle it behind their own net, but can't get it out. It's kept in by O'Keefe momentarily. Jackson picks it up and dumps it back in. Almost 5 minutes gone here in the opening period, still scoreless. So the Roos are unbeaten at 4-0-0. Mustangs come in winless at 0-3-0. All right, we're back here with the commentary. Sorry, folks, we're having a little bit of audio difficulty here, trying to get the settings set up for you. Morrisville with it behind the Canton net. Picked up there by the Roos, number 7, Lila Cudney. Morrisville with it. Tilly Couture with a shot high from the left point for Morrisville. And Morrisville still with it. Into traffic out in front of net. Rebound out there for number 12, and the Mustangs get on the board first. Looks like number 9, I believe, Amila Lomas, and I believe Nora Egri had an assist on the play. We'll see as they go through the line. And it looks like Avery Holland is first through the line for the Mustangs. Morrisville takes a 1-0 lead. Just under 7 minutes gone here in the opening period. We'll get the official scoring to you once we get it. But Morrisville takes an early lead here in SUNY play. And back to face-off at center ice, won by the Roos. Dumped in there by Riley Ansel. And that pass is picked off. Here come the Mustangs the other way. Number 12, Nora Egri. And she turns it over there, picked up by Kyla Small for the Roos. Teams exchanging puck possession there in the neutral zone. And here come the Roos with it. Here comes Danica Lalone. Her shot sticked aside there by the Morrisville goalie, Sydney Canam. SUNY Canton with it back out in front. And looks like it's going to be offsides on the Roos. Morrisville with the puck in their D zone. Picked up by the Roos there. Cycle back to Hansen, over for Code. SUNY Canton with the better of the play overall in terms of shots, but Morrisville leads on the scoreboard 1-0. Mustangs cycle the puck behind their own net and clear the zone. Deflected there at mid-ice by Chamonix Jackson. Back for number 12, Lucy Beal. Beal with it behind her own net. Sydney Valaquette clears it through the neutral zone. Morrisville goes for a line change. Valaquette dumps it into the Ruse offensive zone, picked up there by Morrisville. Tani Barger with it there for Morrisville, dumps it deep. Ruse go for a change. Valaquette looking to connect with Lalone there through the neutral zone. Lalone picks it up. Behind the net, looks for Kyla Small out in front. Deflects back to Lalone. Lalone in the slot. Lalone shot high, just high. Probably the best SUNY Canton opportunity there. Lalone skating hard. Nice shift. Picks the puck up again in the offensive zone, looking to connect with Ansel. Cross ice. She feeds back to the point. Over for Pavlasova. Pavlasova through traffic. That's deflected to the end boards. Back out to the right point for Pavlasova. And a nice opportunity there by Kyla Small. Rebound Lalone, and that'll be covered by Sydney Can-Am. Some good sustained offensive zone pressure for the Ruse there. We're midway through the first period here. Offensive zone faceoff for the Ruse. Morrisville able to clear the zone. Here comes O'Keefe. Picked up there by Madison Lawrence for the Mustangs. And she moves the puck up ice to Alex Spires. Puck battle won there by O'Keefe at the near boards. She moves it through the neutral zone into the offensive zone. Nice shot there, turned aside by Can-Am. The Ruse have definitely picked up the pressure over the last few minutes, looking for the equalizer. Valaquette with it, D to Cudney. Passwaters gives chase behind the Morrisville net. Cudney back with it in the neutral zone. Finds Jackson. She spins out there, and the puck picked up by the Morrisville defense. Loose puck there. Morrisville with possession, looking to clear their D zone. Here come the Mustangs through the neutral zone. Number 19, Zoe Lease with it. And she fires a shot. Looks like it hit the outside of the netting there to the right of the right post. Picked up there by the Ruse. Valaquette. Possession given right back to Morrisville in the neutral zone. And number 12, Nora Egri, dumps it in deep as she goes to the bench for a change. Morrisville keeps the puck in their zone, and the puck will be covered there by number 88, Alyssa Townsley for the Ruse. 12 minutes gone. 1-0 Morrisville. Offensive zone draw won by Morrisville, but turned over there. Schemenauer with it. Look to be offsides, and there'll be a whistle there. Pretty good crowd in town here for a Friday afternoon, 3 o'clock game as we kick off hockey reunion weekend here. Ruse win the draw just outside their D zone. but quickly give it away there to Morrisville. Beal with it for the Roos, and SUNY Canton gives chase there. Passwaters it was. Puck deflected out in front there, picked up by Passwaters. And Roos still barely able to end there. The puck will get outside the Morrisville zone. Morrisville with a change, and looks like a small change for the Roos. Pavlisova cycles it behind the net for Beal. Beal trying to look back for Pavlisova. Pavlisova goes down there with Taylor Stoll giving chase. Puck flicked up, stays in play, and we'll have a whistle. Might have been a hand pass, I couldn't quite see there. Just over 13 minutes gone here. Morrisville took the lead at 6:51 of the first. Avery Holland with the goal. And it says assists to Nora Egri and Madison Lawrence. We'll double check. Sometimes it takes a little bit to sort out the scoring. SUNY Canton outscoring their opponents 32-2 so far this season, but for the, I believe, the first time all year, finds themselves down on the scoreboard here early. Townsley leaves that puck for Hansen. Puck still in the Roos offensive zone here. O'Keefe gives chase. Dumped through the neutral zone by Morrisville. Hansen picks it up, dumps it back in. Number 24, Leola Johnson with it for Morrisville. Puck given away. Kyla Small with it. Small skates out in front. Nice pass to Lalone. Lalone rebound. Two-shot save there from Lalone, it looked like. Good scoring chance for the Roos. Malone will go to the bench for a change. On comes Jackson. And Morrisville called for icing there. I believe it was Scarlett Smith. Yeah, Roos with a started their season on the road for a weekend series at Stevenson with a pair of 3-1, 5-1 wins. Offensive zone faceoff won. Pavlisova with a slap shot from the point. Turned aside there by Sydney Can-Am. And she'll cover the puck there. Yeah, so as I was saying, the Roos started their their season down in Maryland with a pair of 3-1, 5-1 wins at Stevenson to kick off the season October 31st, November 1st. Last weekend they were home, outscored the Trailblazers of MCLA a combined 14-0 in a pair of wins, and a shot there off the offensive zone draw, also covered by Can-Am. So the Roos are 4-0 on the year, but looking for their first SUNYAC win this afternoon. That puck is cycled around, picked up by Morrisville, and they're able to clear their zone. Lucy Beal skating back for the Roos. Beal is the reigning SUNYAC Women's Hockey Athlete of the Week. She had 7 assists last week in a pair of wins. Also the reigning Roo of the Week. She leads the team with 8 points and 8 assists through 4 games. She's a transfer from King's College. Happy to have her here in a SUNY Canton uniform. the senior from the United Kingdom. Puck dumped in there by Canton. O'Keefe will go to the bench for a change. Morrisville with it through the neutral zone. Picked up by Caitlin Beauvais. She fires it. Turned aside there by Townsley. Here comes SUNY Canton the other way. That's deflected. Jane Pankow fires it through traffic from the right point. Puck deflects off the end boards and back out for Morrisville. Number 19, Zoe Lease, dumps it in deep. Puck clears the Mustang zone. Here comes Lalone the other way. Gets around the defender. She's got it there in the corner. Lalone with it. And that puck will be covered out in front by number 40, Sydney Can-Am. Just over 3 minutes left here, opening period. Morrisville leads 1-0. Morrisville wins the draw there. And we'll have our first penalty of the game. Tilly Couture for Morrisville. Whistled for tripping. She'll go to the box. Ruse will be on the power play here. 3:03 left, first period. SUNY Canton 5 for 14 on the power play this year. Scoring at almost a 36% clip. Very dangerous on the power play. We'll see what they draw up here. Offensive zone win for the Ruse. Back to Valaket. Valaket over for Pankow. And Pankow back to Valaket. She goes down low to Code. Back to the point to Valaket. Over to O'Keefe. Back to Valaket. O'Keefe below the left circle. She'll swing it over for Code. Code back to Pankow. Ruse cycling it nicely. And the shot looked like it hit the left post maybe there by Passwaters. Not sure if it got deflected out in front. Good puck movement so far. 30 seconds gone in the power play. Pankow, right point. Puck block there by a Morrisville defender. And Code with it, down low. She tries to find O'Keefe out in front. The puck will go to the left point to Valaket. Valaket down low for O'Keefe. Pankow goes to change to the bench. Here comes Code. Pavlisova joins the power play unit as Code will change. Now we've got Passwaters changing too, tied up there at the near boards. Ruse unable to keep it in there. 53 seconds left on the power play. Here come the Ruse the other way. And that's Lalone. Pavlisova with it. Back for Beal. Beal over to Lalone. Back out for Pavlisova. Pavlisova through traffic. That puck gets deflected behind the net out in front. Good opportunity there. Pavlisova with it. Back for Beal. Beal back for Pavlisova above the right circle. She goes down low to Lalone. Lalone, Kyla Small tries to redirect it there. It looks like the goalie made a save there, Can-Am for Morrisville. 10 seconds left on the power play. Back for Lalone above the left circle. She goes down low. And to Ansel, who looked to connect with Small. Pavlisova with it as the power play time expires. Couture leaves the box, and Morrisville got an extra skater on the ice as we're even strength here with just under a minute to go in the opening period. Small with it behind the net. SUNY Canton with a little change. Cross ice to Hansen. Hansen fires, looked to be deflected out in front. And here comes Morrisville. Alexa Spires. And Morrisville keeps it in their offensive zone.
Couture with it for Morrisville. Less than 10 seconds left in the opening period. Stoll tries to cross it ice, and that puck goes just wide right of the net from Panko. And the buzzer sounds as that's the end of the first period. Get you an update on shots on goal. SUNY Canton with a 10-3 shots on goal advantage in the opening period, but Morrisville with the lead on the scoreboard at the 6:51 mark, even strength. Avery Holland with assists to Nora Egri and Madison Lawrence. All right, well, we're going to take a 15-minute break here, and we'll be back for the second period. All right, we're back underway here for the second period. As the PA announcer, John Tayo, just welcomed some area youth we have here on Youth Day here. Ruse with an opportunity out in front. There'll be an opportunity for local area youth to have an autograph session, get some posters signed by your SUNY Canton Ruse after today's game between the women's and men's game here. Coming up later tonight, we have men's hockey taking on, here comes O'Keefe out in front. Ruse with it behind the net. Lalone with it. Oh, nice chance there for O'Keefe, just wide. And Morrisville goes the other way with it, but they'll go for a line change. Picked up by Canton. Move the other way. Here comes Cody. Cody with a shot sticked high there by Sydney Can-Am. Yeah, so the SUNY Canton men will be hosting Route 11 rival Potsdam at 7 o'clock tonight here at Terry Martin Arena. And here comes Schemenauer. Puck to Flex behind the net. Picked up by Valaket. Back to the point to Panko. Her shot goes high. Around the boards to Passwaters. Code with it. Battling 3 Mustang players. Passwaters joins the scrum. Picked up by Morrisville. And cleared through the neutral zone. Hansen with it. Over for Panko. Back to Hansen. Ruse will reset. Jackson waits at the blue line. She sticks with it. But Morrisville will cycle it D to D behind the net. Here come the Mustangs the other way, but Jackson picks her pocket there, and here comes Abby Tate. Tate leaves it for Jackson. Nice pass there by Tate. Looked like that was deflected just wide by Can-Am. Puck to Flex off the linesman there at the blue line. Back for Leola Johnson for Morrisville, over for Scarlett Smith. She dumps it deep, stopped by Townsley. Beal with a nice move there. Skates out, picked off there by Morrisville, but Beal gets it right back. And here come the Ruse the other way. And nice shot opportunity there for SUNY Canton. Ansel stopped by the Morrisville goaltender. SUNY Canton whistled for a penalty. Ansel will head to the box. That'll be a tripping penalty for Ansel. Offensive zone faceoff for the Mustangs. And Jackson will clear the puck the length of the ice as the Ruse look to kill the penalty. SUNY Canton 7 for 9 on the penalty coming into the day. Puck down in the near corner. Morrisville with it. 40 seconds gone on the Mustang power play. So we release over to Meadow Clark. Shot by Natalie Clark there, blocked away. Release back to Caitlin Beauvais at the point. She leaves it for Scarlett Smith. Her shot deflected by the glove there of Townsley. Morrisville with it through the neutral zone. Schemenauer clears it the length of the ice as the penalty time will expire. Ansel out of the box. Passwater's with it for the Ruse. Back for Panko. Panko shot from the high slot, turned aside by Can-Am. Aisha Hansen with it. Sorry, Asha Hansen. Code down at the near boards there. Puck cycle behind the net. Morrisville skater loses an edge there. O'Keefe keeps it behind the Canton offensive net here. And Ashton Morris shot saved by Can-Am. Teams battle 2v2 for it. Beal back for Cudney. Here comes Beal through the neutral zone. Passes it off the boards to herself. Skates behind the net. Abby Tate with it for the Ruse. As she's dispossessed, and Morrisville comes the other way. Natalie Clark dumps it behind the Canton net. Picked up by Cudney. Ruse unable to clear their D zone. Bourzeau with it. She skates through the neutral zone. Leaves it back for Tate. Tate dumps it behind the net. Looking for Stoll. And shot there from Carocchio from the left point through traffic. Not sure if it was deflected or not. Glove there by Can-Am. Just under 7 minutes gone here, second period. Morrisville still leads 1-0 on a goal by Avery Holland with assist to Nora Diana Egri and Madison Lawrence. That was at 6:51 of the first period. Offensive zone draw. Morrisville wins the D zone draw. Back to Carocchio at the left point. She dumps it down low for Ansel. Ansel in the lone battle for the Ruse. Morrisville comes away with it, number 5, Alexis Spires, sorry. Both teams battle at mid-ice, and Pavlasova comes away with it for Canton. Up for Lalone, she'll give chase. SUNY Canton still controlling shots on goal in the game so far. 16-4 overall. And 6-1 in the second period here. Here comes Kyla Small through the neutral zone. She dumps the puck deep as the Ruse go for a line change. And that should be an icing. Puck goes the length of the ice, and that'll be an ice with nearly 8 minutes gone here, second period. Be an offensive zone draw for the Ruse. That's won by Morrisville. They cycle it around. Nice back check there by O'Keefe. Code with it. Head up. She dumps it behind the net. Morrisville able to clear their defensive zone. Panko picks it up. Looking for Valaket cross ice. Ashton Morris picks it up at center ice. Finds Code. Code's shot deflected wide by Couture. Tani Barger with it for Morrisville through the neutral zone. And Code the other way. She puts it towards net there where Can-Am sticks it aside. Pavlasova with it from the right point through traffic. Beal behind the net for Jackson. Over for Passwaters. Passwaters looks towards the slot for Beal. Beal doubles back where she finds Schemenauer. Puck deflected there. Can-Am tries to cover it, unable to get there. But Morrisville still able to maintain possession momentarily. Now the Roos with it. Tate dumps it behind the Morrisville net, where Jackson gives chase. Puck still not clear to the Morrisville D zone. Good offensive pressure by the Roos, and Morrisville finally will clear it into the neutral zone. Beal skates back towards her own net, circles back. Looking for Jackson near center ice. Pavlasova tries to clear the puck around the boards, and that'll get out through the neutral zone. 10 minutes gone here, second period. SUNY women's hockey, Canton taking on Morrisville. Stoll back for Pavlasova. Good forecheck here by Morrisville. Definitely a discrepancy in the shots here in favor of the Roos. SUNY Canton just unable to capitalize here yet and put one in the back of the net, but a lot of quality opportunities. Sometimes once you get that first one to go, they can come in bunches. Here comes Morrisville the other way. Or Egri. Beal with it in the far corner. Here comes a lone. She had Ansel open in front. Momentary 2-on-1 there for the Roos. Puck out to center ice for Cudney. Over for Valaket. She skates in. Tries to go between the defenseman's legs there. Puck behind the net with Morrisville. Unable to clear the zone. Valaket fires it towards the net. Puck bounces out in front, covered by Can-Am. Valaket just able to keep the puck in the Roos offensive zone and then dumps it towards net on a tricky bounce there that ate up Can-Am a little bit and was just sitting in the crease momentarily before she was able to cover it. 8:20 left, second period. D-zone face-off for Morrisville, won by the Mustangs. Crowd definitely starting to fill in here more as the game goes on. Valaket dumps it behind the Morrisville net. Two v 2 battle at the near boards in the Canton D zone. Cycle behind the Canton net for Panko. Canton unable to get it out. And we'll have a whistle and stoppage of play. Shots on goal, 8-1 here. Canton in favor of Canton in the second period. 18-4 overall. The faceoff will come just outside the Canton D zone. Passwater's taking it for the Roos. Hansen dumps it deep for Canton. Puck comes out, goes the whole length of the ice, and should be an icing. And we'll get a whistle. 7:11 left here, second period. Offensive zone faceoff for the Roos. Passwaters to take it. And she wins it back to Jackson. Jackson to Panko. Back for Passwaters. Jackson with it in the corner. And Morrisville with the puck through the neutral zone. Shot there by number 13, Scarlett Smith. Saved by Townsley. Puck back in play here. Malone with it. Off for Small. Kyla Small beats her defender. Shot right into the belly there of Can-Am. Nice burst of speed through the neutral zone from Small. Just unable to pick a spot there to beat. Maybe she was trying to go 5-hole. Offensive zone draw, won by Small. Back for Ansel, over for Beal. Pavlisova with it. On to Small as she chips it forward. Gives chase there. Alone with it. Had 2 or 3 Morrisville skaters she had to get by there. And both teams battling for the puck. 2v2. Code with it. And she tries to get it out in front. Here's Cudney with a shot through traffic. Puck still loose, and it's in. Goal for the Roos. I'm not sure if it was O'Keefe or a lot of traffic there out in front, and it was O'Keefe as she makes her way through the handshake line. The Roos tie it at 1-1. 4:57 left, second period. That all kind of started with Cudney's shot from the right point through traffic. The puck just, the Morrisville goalie couldn't find the puck. It was amongst a bunch of bodies there, and O'Keefe in the right spot at the right time finishes it to tie the game up. And here comes SUNY Canton again. Another good chance of O'Keefe again. Looking to make it 2 goals in about a 10-second span. I did say once SUNY Canton gets their first goal, they could come in bunches. And that'll be an icing down the other end, so we'll have an offensive zone draw for the Roos coming up. And the Morrisville skater is going to get kicked out of the circle. Oh, no, I thought. Puck down in the Morrisville offensive zone. Pass Waters behind the Canton net. Roos unable to clear there. Dumped back in by Morrisville. Morrisville with it at the near boards. Alone back for Hansen. Over for Ansel. Ansel skating in. Her shot saved there by Can-Am. Alone with it. Oh, and Ansel with a nice temp there, nice stick there by the Morrisville defenseman. Here comes Ansel. Lone will go to get it. 3 minutes left here in the second period. Carocchio with it. And puck skirts out of the Canton offensive zone. Dumped back in by Carocchio, right to Ansel, who stays on side. Here she comes. And nice save there by Can-Am. A little bit of a tough angle there, but a good scoring opportunity. You have a feeling that if the Roos keep this pressure up, they will get a second here shortly. And we got a stoppage of play. 2:26 left here, second period. Face-off won by Canton. Ooh, big collision there at the near boards. Cody for the Roos. Here comes Canton the other way. O'Keefe with it. Cody gets up, skates in. And puck sneaks by Cudney there. Here comes Morrisville the other way. Nice save there by Townsley to stymie number 13, Scarlett Smith. Beautiful save by Alyssa Townsley. Offensive zone draw won by Morrisville. Shot saved there by Townsley. Puck to flex out in front and cleared away from danger momentarily for the by the Roos. And nice hustle there by Jackson to wave off the icing call. Beats her to the circle. Jackson with it. Puck to flex. She was looking for teammate Joey Schemenauer out in front there. Panko shot deflected high up above the boards behind the net there. And Beal with it. Her shot saved by Can-Am. Panko looking for Ansel. Beal with it behind her own net. 1 minute left here in the second period. Here comes a lone. Puck just gets away from her. Unable to connect with Small there. Panko around, Beal around to Panko. Finds Small through the neutral zone. Nice move. And she's dispossessed there. 30 seconds left here in the period. That puck got deflected there, so icing's waved off. Here comes Small. Circles back, just trying to burn the clock here. And that'll do it for the second period. So the Roos get the equalizer. We'll double check official scoring for you at the break, but right now, pretty sure it was O'Keefe with the goal at the 15:03 mark to tie it at 1. Shots on goal in the second period. 12-4 in favor of the Roos. They own a 22-7 advantage for the game in shots. And we're going to take a 15-minute break, and we'll join you for the third period. All right, folks, we're back here for third period action. Official scoring on the SUNY Canton goal, Kira O'Keefe with a goal, assist to Taylor Stoll and Bailey Code. O'Keefe from Stoll and Code. 15:03 second period for the Roos to tie it up. And here we go, third period. Puck dumped in behind the net. Both teams looking for their first SUNYAC win of the year and their first try this afternoon. The Roos will host Cortland tomorrow afternoon, while Morrisville will travel to Oswego. I believe Oswego is ranked 14th in the country, while Cortland is receiving votes in the top 15 polls. Some more high-level college women's hockey tomorrow afternoon as well. Valaket with it. And puck goes high into the Roos bench area there. Just about a minute gone here in the second period. And again, Youth Day here with some opportunity for autographs for the kids after today's game. And Hansen pins the Morrisville player there against the boards. Got a tie up, puck might be covered. Nope, and it gets loose. Hansen with it, dumps it behind for Bourgeot. And that'll be an icing. 1-1, $1:40 gone, third period. Be an offensive zone face-off for the Roos. Passwaters to take it. Tied up there, but Morrisville comes away with it. Up for Nora Egri. Viola Johnson tries to pick out a pass, but puck deflected there. Here come the Mustangs. Kind of fanned on a shot there. Believe it was number 19, Zoe Lease. Avery Holland with the goal for the Mustangs, and Kira O'Keefe for Canton. Here comes Schemenauer. Picked up by Jackson. Cudney with it. SUNY Canton 4-0-0 on the season. Morrisville 0-3-0, looking for their first win. Roos looking to remain unbeaten. And this game could certainly play. I know it's just the first conference game of the season, but these two teams were both fighting for the playoffs last year, with the Roos taking a pair at Morrisville on the road to end the regular season, which got them into the playoffs. Oh, deflection here. Lalone with it. Back for Cudney. Cudney from the point. Blocked away. Rebound there to Small. Lalone behind the net. And puck out to Cudney at the point. Valaket trying to find Ansel there. Lalone with it. Tries to leave it back for Small, but picked off there by Lease for Morrisville. The Mustangs with a line change. Valaket over for Cudney. Cudney off the boards, gives it away there. Number 11, Barger dumps it back in for Morrisville. Barger with it above the right circle. Morrisville and Canton able to clear their defensive zone. 4 minutes gone here, third period. Panko with it for Canton. And Beal able to get the puck out of the zone. Collision there between Jackson and Lease. New this year in SUNYAC women's hockey, 6 teams will make the playoffs. Here come the Roos. Jackson with it. Pass Waters. Jackson with a nice move. What a save there by Can-Am. Pretty individual effort there from Jackson. She gets her stick back. Golden opportunity there. Pass Waters with it. Ball's there. Canton keeps it in. Hansen through traffic, and it's in. What a shot by Hansen from the point. Looks like it was deflected in, as it took a redirection out in front and completely faked out the Morrisville goalie. That's Chamonix Jackson first through the line with the redirect out in front off a Hansen shot from the point. And SUNY Canton leads 2-1. Just over 5 minutes gone here, third period. And the Roos win the center ice draw after the goal. Yeah, so as I was saying, new this year in SUNYAC women's hockey, a new associate member joined the league, William Smith, on the women's side. So now an extra 2 teams will make the playoffs. Previously, there was only 4 teams qualified for the SUNYAC women's hockey playoffs. Now 6 do. There'll be a pair of first-round games hosted by the 3 and 4 seeds, with the 1 and 2 getting byes to the semis, where they will host that. So extra couple teams in the playoffs on the women's side this year. On the men's side, Hobart, the 3-time defending national champions in men's hockey, join the conference along with Skidmore, so they'll be up to 8 teams making the playoffs instead of 6. So, you know, the SUNYAC, both women's and men's hockey conference, is expanding and definitely continuing to become a tougher league for sure, with numerous ranked programs on both sides. And here comes Canton the other way. Puck out in front there, Ansel. And here comes Morrisville the other way. Skating 1-on-3. Puck goes just wide. That was number 16, Avery Holland. And here comes Canton the other way. Lalone, diving play there by Couture to keep the puck away from Lalone. Good forecheck there by Kyla Small. She picks it up in the near corner, far end. Puck goes off the end boards out in front. O'Keefe with a great opportunity. She almost put in her second of the day. Puck deflected there by Morrisville defenseman, but kept in by Small. Good shift there from Kyla Small. The Timmins, Ontario product. That puck will go wide as well. Here comes Joey Schemenauer. And looks like we got an offsides. And Morrisville with it behind their own net. Nearly 8 minutes gone here, third period. And we have a whistle and stoppage of play here. Pretty clean game here so far. Only one penalty each side. And defensive zone draw for the one by the Roos. Valquette cycles it around. And teams battling for possession. Lalone with it, back for Cudney. Cudney over to Valquette, D to D. Back to Cudney. She'll go back the other way to Lalone. Nice play there by the Morrisville defense. Number 4, Caitlin Beauvais. And we do have the official scoring there on the second Canton goal. Chamonix Jackson from Asha Hansen and Isabella Passwaters. That's Jackson from Hansen and Passwaters at 5:06 of the third period to give Canton their first lead of the game. Pavlosova over for Panko. Pavlosova back alone, waiting for some help. Puck deflected out of the zone there by the Roos. Chamonix Jackson pressuring on the forecheck there. Clark dumps it deep for Morrisville as they look to change. And that puck, I don't believe, was touched, and that's going to be an icing on Canton. So the puck will come down to the other end in the offensive zone for Morrisville. And the offensive zone draw one right into the mitt there of Townsley. As they'll do it again from the left circle in the Mustang offensive zone. One there and cleared out of zone by Canton. Schemenauer giving chase. Good pressure there. Jackson joins in. Morrisville cycles it around. Schemenauer battles for it as Passwaters joins her. She looks over for Lalone. Lalone fakes. And out in front, nobody there, but there's Hansen, and she whiffs on her shot attempt there. And Lalone picks it back up. Hansen's still there. 3 Roos go to change. As Canton dumps it back deep. Lalone and Hansen staying on. Pavlosova with it behind the Canton net. Up for Lalone. Here comes Riley Ansel. Lalone goes to the bench. And the puck skirts along the top of the wall there, but stays in play. Pavlosova around, picked up there by Morrisville. In dangerous position, number 5 Spires with it. Panko D to D to her D partner there, Beal. Puck deflected high off the board, but stays in play. And puck covered there by Townsley. Defensive zone draw for the Roos. Out of the Morrisville zone there, and Panko will regroup. Over to Beal. Up to O'Keefe, tips it on, looking for her teammate Ashton Morris there. Was also tipped by Jackson. Just over 7 minutes left here in the third period. Canton with a 2-1 lead. Pass picked off there by Panko. Morrisville trying to get it out of their D zone. Cudney up for Lalone. Nice play there by the Morrisville defense, Madison Lawrence. And that looks like a trip. Yep, gonna get a whistle there. Malone tripped up. A little more than 6 minutes left here in the third period as the Roos will go on the power play. See who we get there. I believe it's number 15, Meadow Clark, headed to the box for Morrisville. SUNY Canton will look to strike on the power play. Could certainly use an insurance goal here, would be big with 6 minutes to play. Draw taken by Passwaters, tied up in the corner, out for Valaket. She keeps it in. Lalone down below the left circle. Over and back up to Panko at the point. Little miscommunication there, but O'Keefe picks it up. Back to the left point for Valaket. Valaket down to O'Keefe, left circle. Back to Valaket. Valaket takes the space, tries to find a cross ice pass to Cody, but that's tipped away. And good pressure by the Morrisville defense there as Panko has to cycle back and out of the zone. She skates back in, 1-on-4, and shot deflected there and saved by Can-Am. So Panko goes 1-on-4, and Roos are able to change if they want to. Looks like Pavlisova is going to get out there. Ansel, Small, Beal, and it looks like Lalone will stay. So 4 new skaters for the Roos. Morrisville able to clear the zone with a $1:10 left on the Canton power play. Beal with it, up for Pavlisova. Pavlisova skates in. Pinned up there on the near boards, down Kyla Small down there. 3 Roos and 1 Morrisville player. Out to the point for Beal. Beal to Pavlisova. Pavlisova tries to go cross ice, and that's tipped away by Morrisville defense there. Number 9, I believe, Amelia Lomas. Here comes Beal. 30 seconds left on the Roos skater advantage. She puts it out in front for Small. Great opportunity there. I think it just missed the net. Beal with it. And the puck deflects. Nice. What a save by Can-Am. I thought that was in the back of the net. She got her right pad just on it on a quick redirect out in front. What a scoring opportunity for Canton. And that's the end of the Canton power play. Just over 4 minutes left. Panko leaves it down low for Passwaters. Passwaters behind the net, tries a wraparound and pin there against the right post by Can-Am. Canton offensive zone face-off. One back, Passwaters back to Valquette. And rebound. Valquette with a shot from the point save. Sham Jackson was there at the right post. Thought she was going to put it home. Nice work there by the Morrisville goalie, Can-Am. She has had a strong, strong game to keep this a one-goal game with 3:49 left to play here in the third. That puck must have been deflected there. I thought it was going to be an ice. Canton the other way here. Morrisville skater falls down. And picked off there by the Ruse. Oh, nice move there by Morris. Her shot saved by Can-Am. Almost a critical mistake on the turnover there by Morrisville. Pavlosova comes out. The puck hits the ref, unfortunately. As Pavlosova tried to go behind her own net. And here comes Canton able to clear the zone. Good defense there by the Ruse. Pavlosova circles back for Beal. Beal up for O'Keefe. O'Keefe for Small. Small with a nice move. And she's dispossessed there at the last second. Alone with it. Ruse will be happy to possess the puck here. Out to the point. Panko shot blocked by number 13, Scarlett Smith. She comes the other way. Her shot wide of net. A little under 2 minutes left here. We'll have to keep an eye on the Morrisville goalie. See if she comes out at all. And a chance here for the Ruse. Another incredible save by Can-Am. Kyla Small with a great chance, and Can-Am has certainly put on a great performance here this afternoon. Offensive zone faceoff for the Ruse. Won by Canton. O'Keefe with it at center ice. Bouncing puck, and she'll just throw it on net. As Can-Am makes a stop. 1:21 left here, third period. Looks like we're going to get a Morrisville timeout here, I believe. Give his tired defense there some rest and probably draw up a plan for when he's going to try to get pull Can-Am for the extra skater here down a goal with just over a minute left. So the Roos looking to remain unbeaten on the season. Morrisville looking for their first win. Both teams looking for their first SUNYAC win. Again, Morrisville head to Oswego tomorrow afternoon, 3 p.m. start. SUNY Canton will host Cortland, also a 3 p.m. start. We've got 4 hockey games here in Terry Martin Arena this weekend. Also got 2 men's basketball games. So tonight, the men's basketball team will be hosting SUNY Poly at 7 o'clock, just across the way here. While the men's hockey team will host Potsdam at 7 o'clock. And tomorrow at 2, the men's basketball team hosts Linden out of Vermont, and women's hockey hosts Cortland at 3. Men's hockey hosts Hamilton, ranked top 10 nationally, at 7 o'clock. Busy but fun weekend here in the Roos house. So here we go. We got 1:21 left. The draw will come in the Morrisville defensive zone. Canton, number 22, Ashton Morris to take it and wins it back. O'Keefe dumps it down for Morris. Morris out in front, just wide of the net there by Code. Morrisville coming the other way here. Pavlasova battles for it. Strong defensive play there. And Morrisville with possession out at the point. That shot goes wide. A lot of traffic out in front. Morrisville goalie is out. They've got the extra skater Couture from the point. That's saved by Townsley. SUNY Canton with it there. O'Keefe battling at the near boards, and she flicks it up through the neutral zone. That's a nice play. We'll burn some clock. And Passwater's with it. She aims for the empty net, blocked there by number 26, Madison Lawrence for Morrisville. Both teams still battling for it. Passwater's again, just wide left of the open net there. Almost got herself an empty netter, but I'm sure she'll still be happy as long as this clock continues to wind down. Morrisville coming the other way. Puck's going to the far corner, 3 seconds. Beal with it, and that'll do it. The SUNY Canton women's hockey team kicks off hockey reunion weekend with a 2-1 win against the Morrisville Mustangs. The Roos pick up their first win of the season, first SUNYAC win of the season, as they improve to 5-0 and remain unbeaten on the young season. Great way for the Roos to kick off this jam-packed weekend. And another big test tomorrow afternoon against Cortland, who is receiving votes in the top 15 national polls. And no rest for Morrisville either, as they head to Oswego, ranked 14th in the country. These two teams will play again later this season. But the Roos are off to a 1-0 start in league play. Well, thanks for joining us. We hope you'll tune in on our other webcasts at ruathletics.com for the men's basketball and men's hockey broadcasts tonight at 7 o'clock. We'll see you soon.